Hello students, welcome back. How are you? I hope you're all healthy, wealthy, fine and very good. Okay, so we were studying statistics in this chapter. We have done questions based on grouped frequency, okay, and ungrouped data too. Now we are doing this question which were 30 children were asked about the number of hours they watched TV programs. They were watching TV programs and they were asked whether how many hours they are watching TV in a day. So in the previous week, the results were found as follows: that they were watching these hours the TV. Okay, make a grouped frequency table for this data taking class width 5. What is your class width? Class width is given you as 5. It is given as here 5, and one of the class interval as 5 to 10. So so one of the class interval should be 5 to 10 hours. How many children watched television for 15 or more hours in a week? Okay, so the first question, if we will be doing the first question from that table, we can have this second question done. Okay students, so now first we are going to have a table here, okay, and first we'll be talking about the class interval. Given class interval is your given class interval, what is given to you? That 5 to 10. Now 5 to 10 is one class interval, that means the difference is 5 here. Okay, so if I'll talk about the previous one, we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, all these numbers here, and we are not having 1, 2, 3, 4 here in the interval of 5 to 9 or any interval after that. So we have to take one more interval before that, and that is going to be that will be stopping by 5. Now 5 minus 5 is 0, so that is going to be 0 to 5. Okay, then again that will be 10 to 15 because there should be a difference of 5 in the intervals. Okay, here 15 to 20. Now the maximum value is what? 17, right? 17. So it is covering in 20. We are not having any number less more than 20 here. So that is good for the class interval. Now making the table here. So first thing, we are having number of hours, number of hours watching TV. Okay, then here comes our tally marks, and then the last one is of frequency. Okay, so the class interval will be 0 to 5 first, then 5 to 10, then 10 to 15, then 15 to 20, right? Okay. Okay. Now, we are having 1. So 1 will come here, then 6 here, then 2 and then 3 here and here also, then 5. Now 5, it will be counted in that of this 0 to 5. 5 is upper limit here. We are not including upper limit. Okay, so the lower limit is here as 5. So we'll be including 5 here. Okay, then 12. Now 12 will be going here, then 5 again here, 8, again here 4, here 8. 8 is going to be in that portion. Then 10, lower limit 10, 3 and 4, 3 and 4, then 12, okay, 12, okay, do it with me. Then 2 and then 8, so 2 is here and 8 is here. Then 15 and 1, so 1 is here and 15 is here. Then 17 and 6, 17 is here and then 6 will be here, okay. And then 3 and 2, okay, 3 and 2, 5 cluster, right. Then 8, 5, 9, 8, 5, 9, okay. Then 6, 8, 7, 6, 8, 7, right. Then we are having 14 and 12, so 14 and 12, okay, completed. So the frequency is here 10, here this 10 plus this 3, 13, here it is 5 and here it is 2, right. So that will be the grouped frequency table for this data, taking class width 5 and one of the class interval as 5 to 10. So okay, we are having this as 5 to 10, right. So this is the answer for the first one, okay. Now talk about the second one. It has been asked that how many children watch television for 15 or more hours a week. It is saying that how many children watching television more than 15 hours a week, and it's a big number, okay. So how many how many children are there? 50 or more than 15. 15 or more than 15. This is the class interval of 15 or more than 15. The number just next to it is 2. 2, okay. So answer will be 2 children. One more thing I have told you about the summation of frequency. What should be the summation of frequency here? That should be equals to the number of observations. Number of observations are total student, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Total number of 30 students. That means frequency is going to be 30. Okay, is it 30? You can see here 10, 10 plus 13, 23, 23 plus 2, 25, 25 plus 5 is 30. So, you are getting this 30 as your answer, right? So, here it is. Understood? Now, graphical representation of data. We have done it also in our earlier classes. If the numbers are given to you, you can plot a graph of it. Remember, graphs like this, these graphs we were drawing, and this was our x-axis and this is our y-axis, okay, and we'll be having some values in that side and some values in this is x-axis, okay. So these kind of graphical representation we have done in earlier classes too. Now we are going to revise it and we are going to study how many kind of graphs here. 3 kinds of graphs here, all one by one, okay. So talking about these graphs, first we are going to study the bar graphs, the one I was showing in the picture right now, just before that. Then histograms of uniform width and of varying width. So two things are here, uniform width, okay, uniform width and varying width. Then third is frequency polygon. So we are going to study these three kind of graphs one by one. So first come first, bar graphs we are going to study. Okay, you have made bar graphs in your previous classes too. So here's the first example of it. In a particular section of class 9th, 40 students were asked about the month of their birth. They were asked that in which month they have been born, and the following graph was prepared, okay, for the data so obtained. So this was the graph obtained. Okay, we are just taking an example. The graph is given and we are going to fetch information from it. What? The graph is given and we are going to fetch information from this graph. Okay, this you have learnt in your previous classes. Now we are just going to recall it, whether you are able to do it or not. So here's some graph. I have told you about this x-axis and this y-axis. In this x-axis we are provided with the months like January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. Okay, and the number of students. Okay, so number of students that were born on these particular months are shown in this side on the y-axis. So here it is number of students and here it is the month of their birth, their birth month. Okay. So students, can I ask you how many students were having their birthdays on the month of January? Let me tell you, this month is May, okay, and my birthday month is February. Okay, now what is yours? Mention it here. Now what you are going to tell me that how many students are having birthday on January? So we can just tell about seeing this graph that okay, 3 is showing against the top of it, against the bar, this is the bar. That's why we call it bar graph, because here's a bar and at the top of it the maximum value of it is shown. That means it is 3 here, right? It is 3 here, okay. Just the value top of this bar is coinciding with the value 3. That means 3 number of students were having their birth month as January. If I'll be asking for February, you'll be saying, ma'am, it is 4. It is 4. Okay. And if I'll be asking for March it is 2. And same goes for April, it is 2 also. Same heights. Okay. Now this May is having 5. So 5. Here it's having 1. Okay. It's having again 2. The maximum value is here, the 6th. Okay. And if we'll talk about this, again we are having 4. And here we are having so these 3 values are what? Nothing but 4, right? So this value is going to be this is the value 5, okay, and here it is 3. This value is going to be 3 here, okay, and this is the maximum value of 6, okay. So the number on the y-axis next to these bars will be giving the value of how many students born in the month of these given month, right? Okay. Now what is question is being asked? So question is saying that how many students were born in the month of November? November. Okay, in the month of November, the top of it is here and it is meeting to number 4 of the y-axis. That means we are going to have 4 number of students born in November. Okay. Now next, in which month were the maximum number of students born? The maximum number. So if you go for maximum number is here 6, and 6 students were born in the month of August. So August will be your answer, right? Okay, note it. So from this example, now you know what have you been studying in your previous class, right? And you now know what is a bar graph look like. The second graph is histogram. Histogram is now we are going to start, okay, but we will be starting it in our next lecture. Till then, you take some time to study again the bar graph, do some questions of previous class based on this bar graph, and try to recollect what you have studied in bar graph. You are having one axis and one y-axis. You are given some values. You are going to represent some values from two values. You are going to have one value in the x-axis and the second in the y-axis, and then you are going to put bars. The top of the bar will be telling you the exact value next to against it, and that is going to be your answer for that. And from these graphs you are going to observe values, that what will be the maximum value, what will be the minimum value. Okay, here we talked about only ungrouped data. Okay, these data can be grouped also, and if these data are grouped, then what kind of graph we will make, we are going to study it in our next session. So this is all for today. We'll meet in next lecture with histogram and the application part of it. Thank you, students.